Good morning, boys and girls. It's Monday. I'm here to help you with your IXL homework today. We're just kind of continuing our study of area of shapes, okay? Last week we were finding area of all these shapes in the bottom right corner. Okay, we've got all these formulas down here. These are associated with each of these shapes, right? Area of a rectangle is length times width. Area of a parallelogram is base times height. And square is area equals side squared. Okay, when we found area of triangles, it was 1/2 the base times the height, or base times height divided by 2. Make sure you have these formulas. Make sure it's something you're learning and you're remembering, but right now we're just using them, okay? In each problem, we're given either the area or a side length, and we're asked to find the other one. We're plugging in the known values to find the unknown values, and that's it. Today, instead of finding just those basic shapes, we're going to find some composite shapes or compound shapes. So each one of these is a combination of multiple shapes. Some will be rectangles and squares and triangles and semicircles and so on. Okay, so all you have to do is cut each one of these shapes up in a way that you can find the area of the parts. Okay, so this one, I would draw a line right there, and I would say I've got two rectangles. Okay, I've got area equals length times width. Okay, and I'm going to call this right here the length, and I'm going to call this right here the width of, let's see, that's this rectangle right here. Okay, this rectangle right here is, we said, 7 by 5. 7 times 5, which equals 35 kilometers squared. Okay, and then this other rectangle over here, we've got, let's see here, we've got a 6, a side length of 6, and a side width of 3, right? So yellow is 6 by 3. And I'm just going to write in here in black, 6 by 3 equals 18 kilometers squared. Okay, and I'm going to do this one in black as well. It's kind of hard to see that green, I think. So this is 7 by 5 equals 35 meters squared. Now we're finding the area of this entire compound shape, so we're adding those two values together. We're going to take 35 and add 18. And that's going to be 53 kilometers squared. So then we can just go back here and try that out. 53 and submit. And that's the area of that compound shape, or that composite shape. Okay, I'm going to skip a level and see if we get some other shapes. So now we're asked to find the area of this figure. And this figure, let's see here. You're probably laughing at my face frozen on the right there, but anyway. Here we go, that's okay. The area of this figure, first, I'm going to draw a line right here. And I'm going to isolate that triangle, okay? And with that triangle, I've got, let's see here, I'm going to kind of highlight that. This guy is green, okay? I've got a green triangle up top. If you don't remember how to find the area of a triangle, you go back in here. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Well, I've got my height, right? My height is 3 kilometers, but I don't have my base. I don't know how long that base is, okay? Down here on the bottom, let's see, on the bottom, the whole length, right? I've got 7 plus 4, right? I've got 7 plus 4 over to here. So the whole thing is 11 kilometers. Okay, the whole thing is 11 kilometers. It's 7 plus 4. Okay, these are kind of puzzles. They're pretty fun. Figure them out. So the whole thing is 11. If the whole thing is 11 and up top I have 4 plus 4, well, 11 minus 8, or 4 plus 4, equals 3. So I'm going to say that my base is equal to 3 kilometers. So I have a triangle where the area equals 1/2 3 times 3. So 1/2 of 9. So area equals 4.5 kilometers squared. And that's my triangle. Okay. And so far, I've got a triangle. Now, I can cut this up again. Let's see, get this ruler up here. Get another shape right there. Okay, if I draw a straight line right here, then I have, let's see, I've got a yellow rectangle. Let's say this rectangle right here, right? And as I look at this, I see there are other ways that I could have found this 3 up here, right? I know that this is 7 at the bottom, and 7 minus 4 equals 3, okay? But right now, we're looking at this yellow rectangle, and I know it's got a length and a width of 7 and 6, right? So W equals 6, and L equals 7. And so 7 times 6 equals 42 kilometers squared. And over here on the right, let's see, we've got a blue rectangle, right? This blue rectangle has a length of 4, or a width of 4, and a length or a width of 2. And so on 4 by 2 equals 8 kilometers squared, right? Because the area of a rectangle is equal to the length times the width, so the area is equal to 4 times 2, so it's 8. So I have 42 kilometers squared, and I have 8 kilometers squared, and I have 4.5 kilometers squared. That was my triangle over here, 4.5 km squared. That was the green one. Okay, so I'm at 54.5 kilometers squared. Let's try it out. Let's see here. 54.5. Let me go back here and make sure. 54.5. Okay, just check it. Let's see. So that's it. And now just kind of one more for giggles here. You're probably going to get to some semicircles or some quarter circles, and you're going to have to use the appropriate formulas there. And there's more than one way to cut these different shapes up. But here I would maybe cut it up like that, and maybe like that. And boys and girls, you can use a dry erase marker on the screen of your Chromebook and then wipe it off. And that's how I would maybe cut this one up. And I'd have a 3 by 5, and I'd have a 7 by 2, and I'd have a 4 by 7. Pardon me. And then I'd have a base of 5 and a height that I would have to figure out, right? I've got 9 so far there, and 14 total on the other side. 14 centimeters total minus 9 centimeters is 5 centimeters. So I would have a 5 centimeter height as well, or height. So area equals 1/2 base times height, and I just substitute my values and find the area there. Okay, and that's all you're gonna do. But in here, I'm gonna imagine that I get this wrong, right? It's 69.5, not 54, but it gives me a really good explanation. And they cut that thing up the same way that I did. They liked dividing that into the same shapes that I did. So they explain how to find the area of A, B, C, and D, 3 rectangles and 1 triangle, and then they add them all up to 69.5. So there are great explanations in here that you should take advantage of, okay? Make sure you're using your resources. Make sure you know what they are. And if you don't know what they are and you need some help, reach out. I'm here for you, okay? You guys are awesome. Have a great day.